my SROs, they worked hard as well, so we congratulate them.
That's a big deal.
Yes.
And I know you and police department and the SROs had a lot to do with that, working with the school. And to your point, the evaluation phases were pretty rigorous. So it's, I think it's a big deal that we were able to get that award. So congratulations to everybody. Any questions for Sasha?
Is that broken down by school, Lieutenant? Like Elvin Hill got this award, so like, could you try to get it with the middle school, with the high school, or is it?
Yes,
how does that
anybody
work?
that applies,
Okay.
it's just a pool of schools.
So individual, you have to apply at the individual school level.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And it's actually a school award, but again, I think
Yeah.
we played a big role in that, working with the school. And I tell you, and it's more than just the resource program, it's all the safety activities and procedures and processes that they have at the school. But, you know, I think you've been really involved in that for quite a long time, and I think that's a big part of what helped them to get it. And I'm just proud that, you know, we now have SROs at all the schools in Columbiana, so that's great. Any other questions?
Biscuit did a good job yesterday at the All-Pro Dads thing. So yesterday? Yeah.
Yes.
Did a good job.
Okay. Admin.
Everything is going good with admin and city hall. Everything is on track up top. Our 2025 business license renewals have been mailed and some of those have started coming in, so we are about to be in our busy business license season.
Any questions for the clerk? Court.
Everything's going well. We've had our last court for 2024. First court of 2025 will be January 14th. First driving school will be January 15th. Lieutenant Knighting is doing an excellent job. People are enjoying it.
Good. Any questions for the magistrate? Okay. Public Works.
Everything's running good, and folks, we finally got the brush truck back and going around picking up brush. There's been a pile of it, we still got a pile of it out there. The paving project we got going on there, about 90% done with all of it, everything. So I was just coming back, putting the reflectors down and out there in front of the pig and doing some more striping and stuff.
Well, that's not the final striping, right?
No. That's just temporary to get them by today. It sits there for a little while and stuff and everything, and all that oil bleeds up out of it. We did go back and add a road to it, McMichael Drive out there, went to coming apart and stuff, so they gonna come back and fix it and everything out there, up to the fork and everything.
Where's that?
Past the middle school.
Yeah, kind of behind the middle.
To the right there. Up there, the city is responsible up to the fork and everything. Did get the sidewalk poured out there at the new shop, was working on it. I'm supposed to meet with the electrician right after Christmas out there, drawing the prints up and everything, go over some stuff inside with him, or what we need and where it's gonna be at and everything, where they can put it on the prints, everything. But other than that, everybody just getting ready for Christmas and trying to keep things cleaned up, picked up from Friday nights when we have stuff.
Well, I thought you guys did a really good job cleaning up after the parade. That was done very
It was
quickly.
about
and
as,
efficiently.
it was about as messy as I've seen it out there.
Yeah. And you're gonna have the fun of the confetti to clean up after that, not quite New Year's Eve thing, so. But that's supposed to be like biodegradable
Now,
or
I'll be
something.
loading them, they won't be nothing, they just go off and everybody won't see.
The water up at the new shop?
They got the stuff in, he hadn't told us, talked to him, he still hadn't given me a date when they're gonna start to relocate it, put it down deeper, basically what they gotta do. But they do have the stuff.
So that's part of the paving. and then the alley.
He's waiting. I talked to Bear, when he's over the paving crew. Him and Chris is getting together, because he wants Chris to go through the alley with him, and then
Good.
talk about it where we all. And I think he's gonna wait, I kindly, Henry, let's wait there after Christmas till we get through all this stuff before we go in
I
there.
think
but
that's a good
disrupting them right now.
I think it's a good idea.
What's your timetable to getting in the shop, you think?
I hope by midsummer, somewhere, having a lot of it in there and stuff. Once we get the electrical in there, we can start doing what we
Yeah.
want to.
We can start moving once we get the electrical in there and get the paving. We won't have the interior office space built yet. But
Right, we're just trying to get the electrical in there and get everything out of that old shop and then y'all figure out what y'all gonna do over there.
Okay, any questions for Alan? Right. Okay, water board meet?
Just had a business meeting, talked about the budget and, the auditors and stuff. When they're gonna come start on the stuff.
So they haven't started on the water board's
Of course,
audit yet?
it did be January, end of January, February, something like that.
We're talking about the 23 audit?
What we in right now?
I think it's the 24.
Yeah,
All right,
24.
so they're already doing
They
your
already-
24. Your 23 is done?
Yes. As far as I know it is.
Well,
You know, I know
congratulations.
because we met with John Deloach and that's when we kindly could tell he wasn't kindly real happy with what was going on with the transition there and stuff. But he felt like they should have been down there to talk to us and tell us what was going on.
Yeah, well, we haven't been happy either, so. Did the planning commission meet?
We did not, Dale had been out, and so we didn't have all
Yeah, I thought I
the
saw.
backup, everything, because we had some subdivision, that was on the agenda, so we'll meet in January.
Okay. All right. All right, so we've got a public hearing coming up here. So before we get started with it, I just wanted to show you the property that we're looking at. This is Highway 70. This is the Harvest Church. And this parcel right here originally belonged to the Harvest Church. It was purchased by the Baptist Association, and this back part has been split off and acquired by Kellis. And so that's the parcel. This whole area was no zoning, so this is gonna have to be zoned as well where the Harvest Church building is. But today, we're just gonna zone this piece right here that was acquired by Kellis. And the plan is to take it from no zoning to B2, which is with all the other stuff. So let me go ahead and go through this. So proper notice of this regular scheduled meeting of the Columbiana City Council was given in advance of this public meeting, and notice has remained posted through this scheduled meeting. So I'll now entertain a motion to suspend this regularly scheduled council meeting in order to have a public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Okay? So this has to be unanimous, so would you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Lilly?
Yes.
Myself?
Yes.
Ruskin?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
Mayor Mitchell?
Yes. Okay. So now I'll call the public hearing to order in order to hear from anyone speaking for or against the rezoning of this tax parcel, which is 218281001.012. Now, this is a newly created parcel right here, so it does not have yet a street address. This is just a Lot 1 of West Side Lane. And even if you go into the GIS website, this .012 parcel, you won't find it on there, but it has been created, and that's what the parcel number. So remind the council that this public hearing is not a time for debate. It's only to hear for those speaking for or against the rezoning request. There'll be an opportunity for discussion when we resume the regular council meeting. So right now, is there anybody here who would like to speak in favor of this rezoning request? Looks like it's pretty much just us, so. would anyone like to speak against the rezoning request? Okay, given that no one has spoken for or against, at this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn this public hearing. Okay, so all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, so no one's opposed. I'll reconvene the regular meeting. Is there any discussion, any more discussion or questions about the rezoning request?
So the lot with the building on it, the Baptist Association still owns that part?
Yes, they do. The Baptist Association owns it. And this whole parcel was not zoned, so we really need to go back and zone that one as well. So, churches, if it's approved by the city council, you know, they can, establish a church in any, zoning category. So, when the time comes, we'll have to decide, you know, all the rest of this stuff on the frontage of Highway 70, I think is zone B2, and all this stuff back here is probably what we'll do, but that's for another time. So, but this one, we're going from no zoning to B2. Okay, so this is the ordinance Z10-10-24 for rezoning of the property from no zoning from B1 to B2. I think we've discussed it all. So what we will do, since we've had the public hearing, if the ordinance passes, the zoning district boundaries will be amended so as to rezone that property. Parcel number 218281001.001.012. And it is that's obviously provided that it's rezoned in accordance with our regulations, which it shall be if it's passed. And we will publish this ordinance as required by law. So is there a motion to introduce the ordinance?
I make a motion, we accept ordinance Z101024. It's rezoning property from no zoning to B2 at West Side Lane, Lot 1B.
I'll say.
Okay, would you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Lilly,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Rustin,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Mayor Mitchell.
Yes. Okay, so the rezoning ordinance is passed. Okay, so this is a resolution for me to sign a contract with Axion Enterprises to purchase body-worn cameras. These were budgeted for by the police department. Details on that in this package.
It's behind the resolution.
I guess this is, I've got the old
That was-
package,
that was
or is that
part
the
of it.
minutes
That's-
back here?
That's
Okay.
the contract.
So, anyway, so these cameras, trying to remember how many there were, 14? 14. And the quote was for $50-something thousand. That's what I'm trying to find.
51,096, yeah.
Okay, 51,096. So it should be on this, isn't it? Yes, it is.
That's the total price.
51,0960. And so it's split up with payments over 60 months. It's payments once a year, right? Over 60 months. And the initial payment for the first year is, I think that's on here too, isn't it? It's
That's number two, 51,0960.
oh, that's the payment. Okay, 51,0960. That's not the price. I was looking.
Was the total
Okay.
at the end of the.
Alrighty.
terms.
So, any questions about these cameras, these body cameras? This comes with new software, training, warranty, all the bells and whistles. And then I think it includes maintenance of the software as well.
Multiple docking stations, much easier to turn on,
Yeah.
double tapping, especially more durable than, the patrol lights that we do have. and when I'm saying more durable, as in when you're running and it drops, it falls, especially behind, suspects, kids. We've had these for a while, but of course, I'll show you with this one, that I've had for a while, but still works, and I'm currently getting a new one, I'm probably on my my third one now. So, the ones that we are getting, much better. You don't have to hold the button down to turn it on, it automatically is gonna come on regardless of what we're doing. That'll be just much better, much better.
How do they come on automatically? Is it voice driven?
Motion, and just tap.
So, oh, okay.
Yeah, just tap. Or even when I'm putting, it depends on where everybody has theirs at. More than likely, sometimes we'll have to pin up there, easy tap. Other than, hey, like right now, or even right here, I have to turn it on, hold it down, or either hold down the button, either way it goes.
And is that 14 enough, everybody will have the new one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is there a motion, to introduce a resolution for,
I'd like to make a motion to introduce resolution 12-2403, authorizing the mayor to sign a contract with Action Enterprise, Inc. for body worn cameras.
Second.
I guess since we're spending money, we should call the roll on that one too.
Okay, Councilmember Lilly,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Weston,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Mayor Mitchell.
Yes. Okay, so the resolution's passed. Okay, this next resolution is a award of contract for the bid of the storm drainage project that we've been trying to get in place for a few years now. The good news is it did come in under what we had budgeted for it. It's $781,842. How many bidders we have? Three?
Three.
Two.
Yeah, just two.
Two. It was just two. Mhm.
Had three you to show up, but
Yeah,
two come
Three
back.
came to
and
vote.
bid.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, just to remind everybody, what this will be is, it's a drainage culvert on Depot Street, and then it's storm drainage in front of Piggly Wiggly on College Street, and we've had to reroute that a couple of times because of water lines, sewer lines, and several things. That's one of the things that took us so long, is to get that done. And so the storm drain will end up running around the border of the Pig parking lot and around, and cut just the corner of where Domino's is, and then go back to the creek behind Piggly Wiggly and drain into that. So if there's not any questions, would someone care to introduce the resolution to award this contract?
I introduce resolution 122404, so award of bid drainage improvements, phase one.
I'll second.
Okay, and if you'll call a roll on that one, please.
Councilmember Lilly,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Weston,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Mayor Mitchell.
Yes. Okay, so the resolution's passed. I wanted to bring this item of additional business up. I've been researching the potential of widening and improving Highway 70. Ideally, I would like to go all the way to Calera to improve traffic, but that's an aggressive and expensive project. And I'd looked at a couple of grants. One was an A-Trip 2 grant. I had collaborated with Shelby County, talked with Chad Scroggins and David Willingham, county engineer. And so as far as collaborating with the county, they already have an A-Trip 2, so they couldn't participate in an A-Trip grant until they complete that project. The bridge work that they're gonna do to widen and replace the bridge out on 25 between Columbiana and Calera is the open project they have. And then this other project came up, which is a RAISE grant. This is part of the infrastructure bill that the Biden administration passed, RAISE is acronym for Rebuilding American Infrastructure with Sustainability and Equity. And David Willingham, the county engineer, collaborated with the Regional Planning Commission of Greater Birmingham to make sure that we would qualify for this grant. And we did, and they will qualify for us collaborate with us on applying for this grant. And so what we're trying to do is pave and add sidewalks and turn lanes on Highway 70. There'll also be some slight widening of it. It's not going to be a 4-lane. It'd be like a 3-lane with a suicide lane in the middle and then some turning lanes off to the side. From basically Walton Street, the intersection of Walton Street and West College Street, all the way out to County Road 26. So some of the details here, it's up to $25 million is how much money we can get for this project. There is no match required. So we can match it if we like, and whether or not that would improve our chances of getting an award, I don't know. But the county said if the city were to put forward some matching funds, they would match whatever we decided we wanted to do. We don't have to decide at this time if we want to do that, but we will have to decide by the end of January. I've said that the estimated cost is about $10 million. And the way I got that, back in 2020, I think is when it was initiated, and the study was published in 2021. The Regional Planning Commission the study was actually implemented at the behest of Shelby County, and it was called APPLE, which is Advanced Planning, Programming, and Logical Engineering. And that was to widen the area from McDowell Road to Walton, add sidewalks, bike lanes, turn lanes, and then the sidewalk turns up McDowell Road and goes to the sports complex, okay, pedestrian sidewalk. That study came up with an estimated cost in 2021 of $3.4 million. And the email that I got from David, he calculated, and I agreed with him, that this is, taking it out to the intersection of 26, is about double the length. So roughly double the cost would take this 3.4 to about 7 million, but with inflation, that's how I came up with the guess of $10 million. But again, we could get up to $25 million, and there would be some additional engineering associated with that. So what I would like to do is I would like to start the process. We might want to consider a grant writer. We don't need to make that decision. We could probably decide on that when we get back from the holidays. But and start the process of communicating and collaborating with the Regional Planning Commission in the county so that we can get this application put in by the 30th. And, you know, given all of the planning that's associated with this and whatnot, if it's awarded, we're probably talking fiscal year 27 before this work would take place. Certainly be late 26. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you and let you know I was going to start doing that, and then we can come back and decide after the first of the year which way we want to go. Any questions?
Probably the worst thing that could happen is you could get the grant, you know?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, and so I think there's only two decisions that we would need to make after the beginning of the year. One, do we want to commit to any matching funds? Which whatever we do commit. For example, if we said we'll put up $1 million and it costs 10, and the county puts up $1 million to match it, that would be a 20% match, and that might be pretty good. But for a rural community, a match is not required. There is a match required for urban communities, and I don't remember what that was. Okay, but, anyway. All right. Any other, business anybody would like to bring up?
No, only reason, I will make mention, I rode down 25 going toward, Wilsonville the other day, and I noticed they're clearing off a lot of that land behind that mobile and behind Dr. Nettles' dental, that old concrete place.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Part of that's over what Andy Brown had bought and stuff where he's gonna build that trust plant.
Yeah, have y'all seen that? That's the first time I drove, I was like,
Which it's a big improvement, cause there's more junk thrown
Yeah.
out there, people hauling garbage out there and throwing it out.
it looked good. I didn't know that it was that big of an area, but it's nice.
Okay. Any other business anybody want to bring up? I don't really have anything for the mayor's report. Just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And there's still some activities left, and we'll talk about those in just a minute. And here we have them. You want me to do that? Okay. So this Friday, Christmas in Columbiana. Let's see. So we have another movie, don't we? Elf. Because I know you switched Polar Express and Elf. And is there a band on?
I think just Elf is playing on Main Street, and I think Dr. Nettles' little train thing will be open, and
Oh,
there'll be
good.
food trucks and snow in the park.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. We'll be closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. No trash pickup. If you normally have your trash picked up on Tuesday, it'll be picked up on Monday. Not quite New Year's Eve bash on Main Street on the 27th. You're the DJ for that?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay.
Big confetti.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then we'll be closed again on the 31st and the 1st for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Again, no trash pickup on Tuesday, but it'll be picked up on Monday. So any questions on the announcements?